short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking deep to the right side. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half.
Kick this deep to start us off. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So the Florida State Seminoles offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And here comes the veteran running back. He has poured a lot of himself into this program throughout his career, and now the
Oh my God. Oh my God.
game of his final season.
Yeah, what a great career he's had. Still another year in front of him. Won't get started today. A lot of wear and tear, but this guy seems to be in the best shape of his career. Can't wait to see what he can do.
With the catch, it's Robinson. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gain there.
Chris, how about that? Right out of the gate, this offense says we are going to our star on the outside, and this guy delivers for a big first down. That's how you want to start a game.
Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. So an early season test for both teams, the top 25 matchup. They trying to get out to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial, kick-starting their team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis.
They bring him down just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. Over the middle, it's Wilson. He's tackled inside the 35, picks up a first down. The Noles pick up enough yards to move the sticks. first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. Here's Robinson. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone. The Seminoles are in the red zone now. An inside give now from the shotgun. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, the script that this offensive coordinator's put together to open this game is perfect. We've seen a little bit of everything. Varying formations, personnel groupings, run, pass, and it's worked.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Knowles. Tight end was wide open. How do they lose track of the big fella down there, Kirk?
I don't know. I wish I knew. The defense, to me, looks like they just were so locked in on defending the goal line, they forgot about the tight end. That'll probably be the easiest touchdown throw and catch we see in the game today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. We're in Atlanta, the Aflac Kickoff Classic, an exciting neutral field game to get this season rolling. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 16th-ranked team, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. So kick it away to start us off. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Seminoles offense comes on the field first today. And they feature an experienced wide receiver who chose to come back for his senior season for an add to what's been a really solid career so far.
Well, the best thing that this guy brings to this offense is knowledge of the scheme and the experience that he's been able to work with this quarterback. This defense better be ready because I think they're going to try to get him the football early enough.
Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. He hands it off from the gun. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 36. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial for kickstarting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis. Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Big moment of the opening drive. They face third down.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. And the Noles line up on 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Well, this is exactly what you want. An offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right.
Deep shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Noles.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
And the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes.
It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. He's found some room at the 45. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Florida State. There was no catching him in time.
Man, I know that this guy can make plays downfield, but Chris, how about this touchdown?
Goal made after a nice pickup on the play. The guys up front line up. It's 1st down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And the Seminoles are going to keep this drive rolling. 1st down and 10. Looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's
offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Simmons. Takes a deep shot on the move. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them... You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That's caught. It's Sawchuk. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. And the Seminoles come to the line in a hurry-up. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Running back has it on a screen now. Touchdown, Florida State. Great connection there for 6 points. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help.
Keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quick throw to his receiver. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop for this defense on 4th down. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Touchdown, Seminoles. This offense really clicking.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. 1st down now. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today.
And it's 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just...
Bro.
What?
Look. Sorry, look.
What's your next move? I've gone and reached full power. It's about time we both went all out.
I don't even know what that means.
Bro, the Rams won the game, bro.
That was... We're getting reps.
He's going to throw deep right side.
Reps.
And
Oh
they
my
can't
God.
hook up on the big
Yes,
play, and that
yo.
brings up a 4th
This
down.
defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Look. But look, though. Look how we're breaking on it now.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to return it. And he is down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working good.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Ocha. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. And the Seminoles are on the move. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Noles will hustle.
I'm the fuck on. Went inside all that. That's cool. That's cool. You can destroy him with a line. I'm getting out.
The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not all. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give is to Williams. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week it was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing it.
Fires toward the end zone. Yeah! Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge...
Let's go!
And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David.
Looking down at the 17.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he kicks it in for a score. Touch.
Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown. Any chance on this drive to even the score. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. And tackled there by the defense. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Scanning the field, it's Berry. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. They're lining up on first and 10 from the 38.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Second down coming up. Gonna look downfield again. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Seminoles need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on first and 10. They want to run this quarterback. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by... This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off play action on first down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's reeled in. It's Ochuk. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. You talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Quickly complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Fires deep toward the end zone. He makes the play. It's intercepted. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by... This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off play action on first down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Seminoles in the hurry up.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's reeled in. It's Ochuk. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first. As they get closer and closer. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He wants it all. Touchdown, Noles! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to take a shot on second and short. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Spits it out to the back. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let's fucking go!
Play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Spits it out to the back. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let's fucking go!
Game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Noles line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way.
Complete out of the backfield. Got room at the 35. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Noles. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defense.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Berry. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man, it's Brown. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways.
I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get ahead. Do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking to scramble. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up 1st down at the 15. So we'll call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender.
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. The Seminoles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Caught behind the line. It's Sawchuk. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting off field, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State.
Oh, yeah!
So the call on the defense declined, of course, and the touchdown will stand. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. They'll hand it off. Football comes out. Ball scooped up by the defense. Breaks into the clear. They get him down.
Let's
but the
go!
takeaway and the return, a huge play to set up the offense here. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout.
Between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida State Seminoles. taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense will get the first possession of the game. This series is littered with Florida State heartbreaks in close games, but the last time they met, it was the Noles pulling out a close one.
Florida State found a way to get it done. If you could not involve the kicker a lot of times in this series, things will go well, but they executed, they made the plays they needed to. They got one in a row, Palmer. Can they get two?
And David, at the end of the day, it was just Florida State that executed better. They made a few more plays, a few more explosive plays, didn't make the same mental errors, and that's why they won that game close.
With the catch, it's Robinson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got a man. It's Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out fast. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in.
A break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. It's caught. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Canes in the hurry-up. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put...
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.